This whole state need to light it on fire with a blowtorch. Well, before we get into this video too far, you can see I'm already sweaty. I've already been working. It is hot and humid down here. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Getting ready to head back to Michigan this morning. But before we get into this video too far, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Helps my videos to be seen by more people. And I could use a little boost in view time. So if you guys would do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hey guys, today I'm here in Denham Springs, Louisiana at Hebron Baptist Church Cemetery. There's a cemetery over here on this side. It's the old cemetery, and then over there on that side of the road there's the newer stuff. There's some newer stuff sprinkled in over here too, but right here I found the grave of Verda Jones, who is my grandfather's mother. She's my great-grandmother. And then this is Doris Jubin. That's her second husband. And they had some kids together and stuff, and they got a baby right here that passed away. Must have been at birth, I'm guessing. I don't really know a whole lot about them, really. But my grandfather wanted to make sure that I got her headstone cleaned up, and there's a couple other people in here too. I'm trying to find her mother and father, who are supposedly buried here, but Find a Grave does not have headstone photos for them. So, oh man, that guy is cool. So I'm kind of walking around trying to see if I can find some. Her maiden name was Montgomery, and there are some Montgomerys buried in here, but I haven't found her mother and father yet. You guys see me looking around kind of like I'm paranoid or something. It's because I'm watching for spiders. The spider webs in here are terrible. This whole state need to light it on fire with a blowtorch. Burn every goddamn spider there is. But so yeah, here's some Jubins right here. That's Doris's family. That would be probably 1880s, 1860. Probably could be some siblings or cousins or something. But man, I hate walking underneath trees around here. So just to give you guys kind of a clue of why I'm so paranoid about spiders. Well, first of all, I hate them. But secondly, yesterday when I was at Stony Point, I was walking along and there was a spider the size of a $50 at face height, and I saw it just in time to stop from having that dang thing crawling on me. I gotta show you guys some of these stones. I'm gonna turn you around here. Look at this. I've never really heard that name before, Darris, D-A-R-R-I-S. But there's Darris Jubin, my great-grandmother's husband, and there's another one right there. It must have been a... How nasty that is. Holy God, look at that. Wow. In memory of G.F. Miller and wife, G.F. Miller and M.C. Miller, 1824 to 1899, 1821 to 1899. Wow. And then look at here. This is a Woodman of the World marker. Ooh, see, spiderweb right there. And it's facing the hedges, so you can't see it. Another thing I want to note too is I noticed there are a few Confederate veterans here. I'm gonna try to get those cleaned up. There's one there, and that one right there is one also right there. And they're both 9th Louisiana Infantry, which is the same regiment that my great-great-grandfather fought in. They were called the 9th Louisiana Fighting Tigers. And watch this. You want to see something crazy? Oh, wow. No, they must be out of there. Oh, there they are. There's a few. Usually you do that and they just go nuts. So, that's McLynn Reynolds. Just trying to find the Montgomerys if I can find them here. But I don't think I'm gonna have any luck. There seems to be a lot of unmarked graves. Doesn't have a headstone. There's some trash, beer bottles and stuff. Oh, there's a Aaron Ellis. Susan Ellis. I wonder, that could be some family. So anyways, I'm gonna just do a little walking around over here and see what I can find. But if I don't find anything here pretty quick, make sure I get Verta and Darris's and the baby's headstone done. Wow, there's another 9th Louisiana. And then I gotta boogie because we're heading back to Michigan today. So, you know, for a churchyard, there's quite a bit of disarray here. I really hope that none of those are the Montgomerys over there, because I'm not walking underneath this tree. Yeah, I'm not going underneath that tree, I can tell you that. Okay, well, I'm going to do some looking around, see what I find, and we'll go from there. You guys can forgive the road noise here. This is a fairly heavily traveled road here. Lots of big trucks going by and stuff. Anyhow, I sprayed this whole monument down with D2 and I let it sit for 15 minutes or so, and you can see the grass just kind of gets left on this apparently after they mow. But I've been finding that pre-treating these with D2 down here in Louisiana, letting it sit for a little while, really helps get the stuff off. So that's what I've been doing. They've been coming pretty clean so far. This one, my Aunt Audrey actually, she comes over here apparently and does a little bit of work on these. The find a grave photo for this stone actually shows it as being like I thought it was a gray marble when I saw the photo for the first time. Ugh. It's so humid out here that my shirt is sticking to me. It's not even wet. It's just it's so wet in the air. The other thing I have heard is that down here in the south, D2 works well, but it doesn't work for very long because of how the climate is. It's so wet that the material starts to grow back on the stones shortly after. So I'm really hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping that you know, a couple of years from now, Aunt Audrey will tell me that these still looks good. In fact, next summer I think I'm going to make a trip down here to work on some things that I found issues with this year, and hopefully it'll be looking good by then. The thing about cleaning with things like Dawn dish soap and stuff is it'll work pretty good for a while, and then all of a sudden it'll get to a point where you try and you try and try, and whatever you do, you just can't get it clean. And then what usually starts happening is people will start to resort to something more harsh, you know, kitchen cleaner or something like scrubbing bubbles. And what that does is it just starts to eat away at the stone and doesn't do anything good. And then it gets harder and harder and harder to clean. Eventually you just can't do anything with it. If you haven't done irreparable damage to the stone, you can treat it with D2 and get it clean. I've done a few jobs like that. Some older ladies that have called me and said, I just can't get it clean anymore. I've been cleaning it with scrubbing bubbles or 409 for years, and now nothing will touch it. And it's hard to get them clean after that. I don't know how much Aunt Audrey's been doing here, but it looks like she's been doing a fantastic job. But like I said, you know, it's only a matter of time before these things just probably would stop coming clean at all. So they're starting to look pretty darn good. I'm gonna clean this one up, and then I'm gonna go back over everything now that it's had some time to soak, soften up. I like things to soften up a little bit before I do a whole lot of scrubbing. And now that we've scrubbed the majority of the outer layer of stuff off, that layer underneath is starting to probably soften up, and probably can get them a little bit cleaner, rinse them off, clean them with D2, walk away. Now, if you guys remember in the video from Stony Point Cemetery, there was a man's headstone. His name was Dan S. Jones. That's my great-grandfather. That's my mom's father's father. And Miss Verda over here is my mom's father's mother. I'm gonna rinse these all off, or go back over these with a brush, rinse them off, treat them with D2, and they'll be done for today. Well, it's not a huge difference, but it certainly is a difference. And I'll treat them with D2 again right now. And hopefully, I got a cousin, and my aunt doesn't live too far away from here. They will hopefully come and take some pictures. Actually, now that I look at it, that whole base is just beautiful compared to the way it was. But you can see, you can tell that this stuff is just so deeply ingrained in this stone. Let me show you the back sides. You know, this is the side that gets the most sun right here. On this back side. Look at that. That's after treating with D2, scrubbing with Orvis soap, rinsing. You know, that gets the most sun, that side. So I'm hoping that here in a couple months, get an updated photo, and they're looking really good. But that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna get over here and clean up these two Confederate soldier headstones that served with my great-great-grandfather. out of respect for what they went through in their life, and then I'm going to get out of here. So that's it. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming along today, and hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell so you don't miss anything else just like this.